Hello, and welcome to another week of the Abusecartoons Livestream. How's everybody doing? Hey, Matt. Hey, Unknown Girl. Good to see you. Yeah, it's a cold one here today, but could be worse. I think Tokyo is getting covered. They're having heavy snow, so at least we don't have that here. That makes it insane. There's no snow shovels here, only brooms, so it's pretty hysterical if people have to deal with snow. They do, the city does leave out these big bags of salt for if any of the hills get icy. But that can only do so much if it's, really, really cold. Oops. So I hope everyone is doing good. Finally got the background, the heater off, so it should be less noisy than usual. There we go. Yeah, when I initially started the stream, there was no no YouTube. That would have been a fun stream. Just me and Twitch. Twitch and, Facebook? All right. So what are we doing? Yeah, there was something I had in my head. I'm not going to think of it now. But, yeah, we'll see. But I got a weird week. My daughter is on a school ski trip. So we'll see how that goes. I think they're getting plenty of snow, it looks like, from the photos. But it's very funny. They don't want the students to bring smartphones. Having a bunch of kids staying overnight somewhere with video cameras is definitely trouble. So I can understand that, but it's weird how used to that whole thing we are. It's like if there's any trouble with the train schedule or anything, or I guess buses, picking her up, it's like, how are we going to know? You so easily get acclimated to, having that constant contact. If you're 2 minutes late and you can tell somebody. Now we just have to be patient. All right. Now, let me see this combined chat. Yeah, I think it's working. Hard to tell. Ah, yes, it's been really warm on the other side of the world. It's been warm. Yeah, skiing trips are pretty common school trip in Japan, so she's been a few times. And they let the kids ski or snowboard, so it's nice, it's pretty flexible. Yeah, for some reason. And I guess because it's, the country's small enough, it's very drivable to the mountains. Like the southern part of like the main island doesn't get snow very often, but the northern part and then of course Hokkaido get covered. They get really heavy snow. So it's easy to get to okay skiing in Japan, which is I think is why they do it. Am I on the right? Oh no, this is the weird brush. I'm using a effects brush here. Let's not do that. There we go. Okay, and I was wondering why the thin thick was so dramatic. Okay, that's on. It's interesting. The brushes have a default pressure sensitivity, so the standard Photoshop brush, it's off, which is funny. Okay, there we go. I was wondering why this was looking kind of crusty. That's because it was the wrong brush. Yeah. I'll try this again with a more consistent brush. Yeah, there we go. That line is much nicer. was wondering. I always just suspect I am off when there's some software hiccup, but there we go. All right. I'm trying to build up to watching season 4 of True Detective. So I rewatched seasons 1 and 2, and love season 1. That's nice piece of TV. Season 2 is odd. It has its moments, but it really has a weird ending. Like, all the characters don't resolve all that well, and I'm trying to figure out like what exactly the plan is at the end, the last scene. I'm like, what? But yeah, it's it has some good moments. They make things really tense that actually aren't that tense. There's like music and stuff that are really like helping the intensity of some of those scenes. But there's some good acting, and I don't know, it just doesn't, the things that you think are going to be super intense and insane really aren't. And I like the third season a lot. There was a weird kind of like time element to that I like. It's even more different than the other stuff, and it's child abduction is kind of the crime, which is really depressing for the third season. So yeah, I don't know. I keep reading things about the fourth season, and then I made the mistake of watching a behind the scenes thing where the director is like all prideful. This is a production and a crew and everything. It's women. It's all women. And most of the main characters are women. It's like, then why the hell did you pick Alaska? I mean, yeah, this is just TV fantasy, but I can't think of it. There are fewer places in America that have less women than Alaska. Alaska is very light on the fairer sex. I can't even say stuff like that anymore. Never mind. But yeah, it's very light on the on. I think women cops and stuff are not that common. I could be wrong. Maybe it's changed. But that's usually where men go to escape escape their crimes. So it's just an odd choice, and so the arrogance might be a little much. Because there's nobody involved from the original stuff. Maybe like producers, but there's no directors or writers from the original stuff. So I don't know. I'm just tired of all this arrogance. So just do something good, and then we'll be impressed. Just don't preload everything with how amazing we're supposed to think this is. Getting really tired of that. And I guess it's just because they know it's crap. They know they're not hiring the best people, so they have to preload it with this. This is really amazing. Oh no, the fans are attacking the show, of course. That's the problem with an anthology show is it's supposed to be different every season, and you're supposed to probably like one season more than the other, but they started out a little strong. So that's the problem. Really good performances and a really interesting kind of like and that they've kept that the basic idea, and I don't know if the fourth season does this, but the like an investigator is being haunted by a crime, people being involved in trying to solve something they never do, and it kind of just never leaves them, and they end up going back to it. You're being drawn back to it. So you have to have a an earlier and a later version of the characters, which doesn't really the changes are so small in season 2. I think what's his face shaves his mustache. I think that's the only difference. But he's not a cop. You got to shave your cop stash when you're not a cop anymore. But I like that because I like that in Zodiac. I like that a lot too. That not being able to give up on this mystery that's he tried to solve and never did. So I don't know. I don't know if they do that for season 4, but they can't. I mean, unless they de-age Jodie Foster, they can't age her up much more. She's looking pretty beat. Sorry. Oh, cool. You're liking it, Matt? Okay, cool. Yeah, is it? Yeah, I hope there's like a cool. I read something that said it's like a little more X-Files than Lovecraft or whatever, or kind of supernet or whatever natural. Whatever that is, dark cult magic or whatever. Cool. Season 1 guy, yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, it sounds like he was part of the reason that they couldn't keep things together, because the one review I was watching of like all first 3 seasons was that the writer, if you kind of let him go, he just gets goofy, and maybe that's why season 2 is such a mess. That they need a director to kind of keep him reined in. He's got good ideas, but you just let him go for it, and it gets kind of wacky. But yeah, and it's an anthology show, so it should be passed on. But it just then makes it hard to know what to expect. So you gotta kind of give it a chance every time. Which recently, yikes, that it feels. I really hate that feeling too of having to bail on stuff. But if you don't nowadays, you'll really be subjected to some real garbage. Because there's very little quality control, especially things on Netflix and stuff. I've really regretted spending any time with or giving them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, why do I keep drawing this? On stuff, because it just feels like such a waste of time. Especially because it's that when you feel that weird stretching of digital streaming seasons, like, yeah, this would have made an okay movie. Why are we doing 8 hours of this? Oh, it's connected to season 1. Oh, interesting. Whatever, natural. Oh, interesting. They're connecting it to oh, don't. How dare you? The Sacred Cow, season 1. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, I don't like when stuff is supposed to be amazing just because of the gender or sexual identity or orientation of the people that make it. It's like that doesn't change anything. Either know how to tell a good story and do visual storytelling and cast good actors, or you don't. So we'll see. Let's do an open milk carton. So yeah, I got to be careful, because when I get preloaded with negative opinion, then it's really hard to win me over with some of this stuff. All right, so like this. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's something. Yeah, let's go with something like that. Maybe these guys. That's funny. Oh. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know what it is. I could not get into the latest season of Fargo. That was another thing. I was just like, yeah, that was hard to finish, and they kind of drug things out at the end there. It felt like the kind of showdown thing. But yeah, there were some fun elements. I liked the main actress, and I liked I liked her kind of code switching between Minnesota nice and listen, I'm gonna fuck you up when she's talking to the mother-in-law. There was some fun stuff that way, but yeah, I don't know. I was surprised I couldn't get into it, but yeah, I haven't gotten some enjoyment deficiency recently because a lot of stuff that I should have liked, I'm just like, Oh, but I have a ticket tomorrow for Dune Part 1, something I do like. Oh, shit. Wait. Okay, this layer. IMAX. I didn't get to see it IMAX the first time. The stupid Eternals pushed it out of the IMAX theater here before I got a chance to see it. So I'll get to see Dune Part 1 in IMAX. It was supposed to be at the 19th, but ticket went on sale for it was a single showing of the IMAX version. And when I got the ticket, there were only five seats sold before me, so maybe I just got on quickly, and they weren't promoting it, so maybe nobody knows. And they initially posted, it was really confusing because initially on the website they posted it as Dune Part 2. They're going to do some kind of maybe extended trailer or the promotional video thing. Probably the actors saying "Hello, Japan." Have you guys ever seen any of those on YouTube? Like when Tom Cruise or whatever, Tom Cruise does it a lot, but when actors specifically, they played those in the theater after the trailer, either before or after the trailers, in the Japanese theaters. But when they cut some little promo thing to specifically talk to Japan, hello, it's like they're talking to an elderly relative, hello, Japan. I can't wait for you to see my movie. Arigato. It's always really great moments of people talking to their Japanese fans. Yeah, but Tom Cruise has got good etiquette, or at least his handlers have good etiquette in Japan. So Japan loves him. They'll go see anything Tom Cruise does. And I think he was one of the first Western actors to really cross over in Japan, because the cool and looks and everything didn't translate for a lot of like 80s actors. And I think Tom Cruise is one of the first that really, like, people said, oh, I think he's handsome, because a lot of other actors, they couldn't. And he's got quite a beak on him. So that's surprising, because that's the one thing I think Japanese people can't get over, is really three-dimensional foreign faces. But yeah, he crossed over, I think, for the audience. They could like him, and so he did well. And then plus he is really good at the sending gifts and thanking everybody correctly, and doing all the Japanese etiquette, and always makes always has a press junket in Japan for a new project. So he's beloved. Yeah, it's funny. I think, what is it? There's a couple. It's surprising. Like Bon Jovi constantly comes to Japan, even if they don't have really anything to promote, or any new tour or anything. Who else? There's just it's really odd, like, people that do well in Japan, or get a crowd in Japan. And anybody famous does, but it's just funny. There's some odd people that do exceptionally well. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to have to watch me some new True Detective. All right. Oh, yeah, the color I'm using is a little dark. Weird. All right. Yeah, I've never actually opened one of those small cartons like that. We have to do that here. We've got the 1 liter paper cartons, and you have to open them and flatten them for recycling, which is horrible if you don't rinse them out right away. Really sour milk, disgusting. So those are kind of more narrow at the top, but I never opened one of those little pints or anything. You just kind of crush those down and throw them away. But yeah, I'm sure you can. I'm sure it's possible. Yeah, so looking forward to actually seeing IMAX Dune. That'll be awesome. And then next month, part 2. Yeah, all the pre-chatter on the internet, and I think it's mostly just, garbage blogs. It's all like former Gawker properties or whatever. Yeah, their commentary and stuff is really trash. I should tune that stuff out. Because they always promote things, or always, are discussing things in a really unuseful way. Maybe a little bit smaller on this side. Those wonderful blog titles are those, headline kind of things where they're always saying something horrible, and that's a good thing. That kind of like, all right. Too much of that. I was thinking about that too with games. It's like we're getting like exposed, and I understand the kind of the economics of it, like early access. If they can get people to buy early, then that means they've got revenue coming in technically before the game is finished, so they're getting like finishing funds, basically. But it's very rare that if I play a game early access that I go back and play the finished version of it. I just like dislike it and play the broken version, incomplete thing, and then just like, okay. And then there's always something else. So it's not a perfect system. I understand why they do it, but I was realizing that just like, yeah, I rarely am motivated to go back. All right, there's some stuff. Yeah, let's see. Maybe we'll just do donut and ice cream. I'm feeling very uncreative. There we go. But yeah, that's a weird thing. So that's, things being hyped too soon and in weird ways is annoying. I miss I don't get what people are talking about with this weird meme promotion of Madam Web. I don't know if Dakota Johnson, I saw some clip of her. Whoops, what's going on here? Like doing ASMR kind of promotion for the movie, but I don't understand what the problem was. Yeah, but they're just, they talk about projects way too early, and especially when they're, studios like Disney, they do so many reshoots and stuff. Like things are being talked about forever before they come out. I think way too early. All right, so let's do. Oh, yeah, let's do a pink joke. Strawberry ice cream, strawberry frosting kind of thing. Damn it. I did it again. All right. let's do this. Hey, look, it's still pink. But yeah, I think, you know, that weird generating hype too soon stuff is it's getting weird and annoying, and people like it because I just don't like the hive mind makes its decisions about things so early. I think that's the mistake that some kinds of media make, like promoting things too soon, is the hate machine starts up before you want it to. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. We're just in hell. We're in some kind of... did it again. Some kind of hell. I'm liking all the footage of the Dutch and French farmers sticking it to the... or protesting. Protesting, that's what they're doing. It sounds so fucked up. I think, yeah, maybe I did talk about this last week, but that's the thing I can't get over how amazing it is in Japan. I mean, they've always been, you know, that's, I think, why Japan's been kind of successful economically, like dealing with the West, because they're very protectionist about their local businesses. Like, you can't send someone a pair of jeans in Japan from outside Japan without getting killed with import taxes and stuff. So they protect their local industries. And so you'll see that. You'll see a suburb, basically, with a bunch of little, you know, copy-paste houses. And one of the lots is a rice field. You know, one of these, like, tiny little lots. I mean, literally, it's, you know, like, I don't even know, like, maybe 10 yards, 10 square yards or something, maybe even less than that. Really tiny little rice fields, but you'll see them in just like little neighborhoods, and you know they're allowed to exist, and they're not because of the size, the scale of that farming. You don't have like loud machinery or pesticides, you know, being sprayed or anything. That it's a very small scale. The only thing you have is frogs. That's a cute thing. Like that's a very you know, thing that still goes on, that I think is a lot of people's childhood memories, is they get those Indian rice frogs and intentionally stock the rice field once they flood it with the little rice frogs, because they eat the mosquitoes. So, you know, you have all this big still water, and you get tons of mosquitoes here in Japan. And so you got the little singing frogs, so the kids catch those, you know, like walking by those little local rice fields and catching frogs, I think is like a part of everyone's like 80s memory in Japan, but it still exists. Like, it's still a thing. And that's still protected. And all of the grocery stores, the big chain grocery stores, still have a section of local. It's like a little, you know, local farmers market style area where all the local produce is. And then the, you know, some of the vegetable shops and stuff, it's all locally sourced stuff. So it's really nice. And it sounds like the governments are really screwing with the farmers in Europe to try to enforce whatever. And then the thing that they're talking about is that they're getting pushed out, and they're not being able to compete with Ukrainian products, like wheat products. It's like, how do you fight a war and have a trade war at the same time with the EU? It's making me very suspicious of everybody's motives. But yeah, interesting. But I like that. I like that about Japan. It's going to be sad if that ever goes away. You know, if they just can't do that anymore, because there is if China wasn't so what's the word? Just, you know, really shitty with their quality control, and, you know, had such safety issues within their dealings with produce and things, because there's a lot of, you know, shady produce in China that's like grown in what they call night soil, which is basically sewage, and a lot of shady stuff like that that has made them not trusted here. So they've tried to. It's occasionally you'll get some Japanese companies trying to import Chinese produce, and they've played around with the what they call it, like the name. Because there's a very standard way that Japan names China, but they'll, on a lot of the packaging, they'll do the PR whatever, PR something. They have a weird abbreviation, and that's changed a few times. It's a couple of different abbreviations trying to trick people into not knowing, but it just based on the price, it has to be Chinese because it's so insanely cheap. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's the thing that they should figure out, is that don't go so cheap that you're instantly revealing what where you're coming from. Maybe here. Okay, something like that. We'll do a pink flavored joke. Asian swamp eels. I think we eat Asian swamp eels. I don't know. I don't know Asia. I don't know what a. There's freshwater and saltwater unagi. Like you probably, if you go to the sushi restaurant, you've seen unagi and unago. I don't know. I remember the other name, but yeah. Yeah, supposedly in the U.S., I thought they were going to bring it back too. I thought there was going to be some special screenings for Dune. So check your local listings, Matt. They might do that. But I saw it promoted in China. In China, what am I talking about? I saw it promoted for Japan specifically, but they named February 19th. So I was like waiting for trying to clear my schedule for the 19th, and then the 9th ended up being the thing. Nice. Oh yeah, I don't think Japan had a problem with Last Samurai. They employed Japanese actors. Like that was kind of the beginning of a lot of the Japanese actors doing their Hollywood thing, because it previously was just Ken Watanabe was doing stuff, and then a couple of the other. The actress and the tiny guy, the tiny handsome guy. That's why he goes well in Tom Cruise movies, because he's good looking Japanese actor, but he's not very tall. So it's hard for him to play with Western actors. Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. He's already got 3 planned. Nice. Asian swamp eels. Yeah, we don't have. They do a pretty good job of trying to protect Japan against the predatory insects and animals. Kind of like Australia, they have to be really careful getting their ecosystem wrecked. But we've got some beetle, because beetles, like big, ornate or big. Chunky beetles are popular for kids to raise, and some unscrupulous like pet shops and stuff have brought weird like Chinese or Southeast Asian beetles as pets because they're so interesting looking. But there was one that like totally wrecks the cherry trees, like burrows in and wrecks the cherry trees that there was a problem with. And then there's some sort of disease that's killing a lot of the older trees here, that they figured out a hybrid tree that they're now, any new stuff that's planted is this hybrid that's immune to whatever that tree disease is. But yeah, some of the older, which is a shame, because there's like, cherry trees that are hundreds of years old here, and it's a shame if they get all wiped out. And the newer one, there's something different. They don't flower as much, or that's shorter, or there's something different about them that makes them, they're stronger. They resist that, whatever that disease is, but there's something where they're less colorful or less something. Something is not as good. You lose something in the hybridization. All right. But yeah, so I'm happy to get to see Dune again, get in that Dune mode before the sequel comes out. Yeah, I don't know how popular that was here, because it wasn't in theaters for very long at all. So maybe not so popular, because every time I mention it to somebody Japanese, they're like, Dune? I don't know. I don't think it's just called Dune in Japanese as well. So I don't think the book or anything is really that popular here. It's funny. Yeah, maybe there's just something about it that didn't, because when you think about the pop culture that Japan like imitated and the stuff that they incorporated into anime and manga, like a lot of the stuff that they ripped off, like Road Warrior and Star Wars, and there's like stuff that like definitely resonates and is super popular, and I don't think Dune is one of those things. Wonder Women filmed in the Philippines. Nice. There's a scene in a market where eel slithers across the road and nobody knew what it was. Nice. Yeah, in Southeast Asia, I think it was Vietnam. One of my friends at the university, she loves Vietnam, learned a lot of Vietnamese cooking, and goes over to Vietnam, and there's a Japanese national that lives there, married a Vietnamese woman, and like lives there and does like tours and stuff. And so she connects with him, and he takes her to all the best restaurants and stuff. And the stuff that they eat, these giant, weird, they look like, I can't tell if it's a bug or a lizard or a fish, but they fry these weird, I don't know what the hell they are, but they look terrible. They're like these weird, they're either like flatfish or giant water bugs or something. But there was a whole basket of them on a table, and like, oh, that looks horrible. I'm sure they're delicious, but it was rough. So yeah, I think Southeast Asia might be a little more than I can deal with the real hardcore cuisine. There's going to be some rough stuff. But yeah, there's some unidentifiable. Like when people ask me, like, have you heard of? And like, there's not even an English word for that. I'm sure we only use the Latin for its weird phylum and species. I don't know. All right, what are we doing here? Oh, let's do some comments. All right. What am I doing here? Oh, there we go. Change the scene. Boom. Oh, all right. So we picked up, we're in what, May 2018. Oh, I guess I'll stay with that page because it's the fixes. See if there's any biting commentary. All right. So get this chat somewhere where I can see it. There we go. All right. So April, yeah, so April 26th, so May 1st. Look at that. Oh, let's not go so small. Look at that group of maniacs. All right, so May 1st. None of them identified as either condiments or ingredients. Yes, that's right, from last time. They are non-dairy toppings. May 3rd. He just didn't understand. He just doesn't understand club cards. They don't call those club cards. Do they? I guess they do call those club cards in the U.S. Yeah, the club, get it? Doesn't understand club cards. Yeah, nobody went for that. May 8th, 2018. Just the two of them were going to make a very ugly lunch. Yes, just bologna and white bread. Uh-oh, here we go. Oscar, let's do it. Still better than a wish sandwich. You eat what you have, everybody. It's an ugly lunch. Okay, May 10th. They could turn every waking hour. They could turn every waking hour into one continuous meal through the power of snacking. Yay, the power of snacking. What? No snowballs. Oh yeah, snowballs are hard to draw. All right. I think I have drawn snowballs though. I've become diabetic just looking at this. Hee. Scary, very scary. I got an idea. Let's start them out with small doses when they are young. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly it. All right. May 15th. The glass marbles are decorative, making the feeding largely symbolic. There's no water, no fish. Just fish food on glass marbles. All right. Somebody's a fish owner. May 17th. It was quite possible they were dealing with the bottom half of a mer something. I don't know what that's supposed to be a bag of. But half a fish, a wedge of lemon, and I don't know what that's supposed to be a bag of. Am I missing it? Mer something? Mermaid. Oh, did anybody? Oh, yeah, people replied. Had my coffee. Now I see the fish. Could not figure out what that was. As in fish and chips? Wait. No, someone's going to say mermaid. Mer something. Uh-oh. Somebody posted YouTube. That video is hilarious. Thank you for posting it. This cartoon is not hilarious. I regret having read it. Oh, boy. Mermaid. All right, so May 22nd. The ice cubes needed more than UV protection. Oh, the ice cubes are wearing sunscreen, and it doesn't help. Oh, already here. May 24th. Their combined side effects were actually an effective cure. Friend's daughter found a cure for infertility caused by contraceptives. Wow. Small text, possible side effect. It turns out that infertility has been found to be hereditary. If a woman is infertile, odds are her daughters will be too. Okay, great. Thanks for cheering us up. All right. Yeah, I don't think that quote's going to go on the book. All right. May 29th. He had suddenly realized that he wasn't getting any of it back. You can't. Well, yeah. Once the toothpaste is out of the tube, that's whatever the expression is. He wasn't getting any of it back. I was trying to do the Aquafresh stripe on there. There we go. Because it's visually much more fun. All right, May 31st. Both of them realized the futility of unringing. Yeah, a lot of this is, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. You can't unring a bell. It's the same joke over and over again. All right. Come on. All right, so May, June, July. One of them was definitely not hairspray. All right. It was red spray paint. And June 7th. Competitive tipping did not seem to be a viable career path. Competitive tipping. I know a bartender years ago that asked for a raise. The owner of the bar got her a bigger tip jar. Ha ha. All right. June 12th. Some gifts bordered on child abuse or at least corruption of a minor. Ha ha. Ugly dolls. June 14th. The original box and its inserts eagerly awaited the return of a valuable item that no longer existed. All right. Those cardboard forms. June 19th. The new low-calorie value meal featured a medium drink and a blue button. All right, that's it. That's pretty low-cal. June 21st. Time or temperature would eventually teach him about impractical life choices. The contents of a mint chocolate chip ice cream. Next comes the knife. June 26th. Airsick bags were never found to be both useful and collectible. Needless to say, ew. I've heard about collectors of air sickness bags. Funny. No different than snaps and Matchbox frogs. There's something for everyone. I collect salt and pepper shakers. Vegetables only. Nice amethyst. Collectible, yes, but it's true. They aren't the used ones. Yay, barf bags, just to prove you were on Lufthansa. All right, June 28th. A sharper cheddar would have understood the real reason for his lack of control. Okay. A sharper cheddar. Oh, wow. I can understand the age, why the age group of my readers is what it is with these kinds of puns. All right. Butter's overconfidence and a lack of food shopping were responsible for a very confusing lunch. Okay. So a butter lunch. July 5th, she was slowly coming to terms with her failures as a houseplant. July 10th. Try it again. Yeah, I lost my internet connection right before I went live, so I hope this doesn't... Hope we don't have a break. Seems like we're still kind of live. So he expected the umbrella to be far more useful in a downpour. It was just upside down and filling with water. Oh, I've been here too. Yeah, some people. Yeah, people have heard of that. So yeah, that is. Yeah, but I can imagine though if it's got the airline logo on it, that yeah, this, just signs of I've traveled. I wonder if they have this, if they do nicer bags in first class. Get a silk-lined sickness sack. All right, so we'll finish up July here. So July 12th, 2018, citrus was always difficult in social situations. Oh, wait, come on. There we go. Huh? But so worth it. Citrus, aren't you glad to see me? Oh, I already was here. And July 17th, he'd expected to be part of a grand sundae instead of just melting on the counter alone. Yeah, just melting mint chocolate chip ice cream is a little too common. Poor thing. I'm not replying. I'm just liking. It's a shame to waste the mint chip. July 19th. Oh, come on. I must not have very many Japanese readers because this website does not load. All right, so July 19th, the number beyond a value or family pack was more than a single Pop-Tart could imagine. The number of Pop-Tarts. Right, July 24th. Bar of Soap offered a different kind of clean that left most of the kitchen a bit confused. Washing glasses with a bar of soap, July 26th. Oh, celebrity hair. That is a pretty disgusting thing to collect. And probably a lot of paranoid celebrities wouldn't want their hair to get out. All the evil rituals people would perform, all the witchcraft involved. 26th, it was the intermediate stage of becoming a banana nut muffin that he found unpleasant. The mushed banana. The smushed up banana. All right, last one, or well, I guess we'll go into August. July 31st, this seemed to him a very inappropriate use of royal jelly. Oh, they're putting some skin serum on the bread. Probably a little bit better than Kentucky jelly on toast. Oh, I don't want to know what Kentucky jelly is. What does he think? He's upper crust? Nice. Yeah, what is Kentucky jelly? All right, I'm going to make a bad decision to Google this. A brand of transparent a brand name for transparent substance like jelly that can be put on part of the body in order to make the skin less dry. Oh, so it's just some kind of moisturizer. But what does the UK think? Oh, no, KY jelly. Okay. Oh, is that the nickname for KY because it's the state abbreviation for Kentucky? I don't know. That's funny. Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of references to Kentucky Jelly, but it also, you know, brings up KY. And there's a band called Kentucky Jelly, of course. I don't know. KY. I haven't made a KY jelly on toast joke yet. Okay, let's do August 2nd. First, let me copy paste this to remember where we left off. All right, the certainty of a software update made them already yearn for their current state. The certainty, maybe there's a better word, the permanence, or the, not permanence, but the, yeah, there's a better word for that. That's scarier. Yeah, software jokes. Yeah, this is a low point. 2018. That's right, because I think we're going to get to the point right before I was like, I'm going to stop doing this. After it's been streaming for like 2 years, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not. Nobody's ever watching this, so I'm going to stop. And we're going to get to that point, and I think you'll probably see it in the cartoons. All right, so let's switch back. We'll pick up in August next time. All right, well, got a couple of quickies. Oh. Come on. This arm like folds the absolutely wrong way. There we go. All right, so let's do some writing here. All right, so something about pink. The flavor pink flavor. Yeah, because I think the pink frosting on donuts is, no, I guess I'm trying to think of that really bright, kind of like that hot pink that I did there is, they got the kind of the Chinese donut shops in LA. I don't know if that was strawberry or not. I can't remember. All right. So they were posing as strawberry, but they were just the flavor pink. I think I want to say the flavor pink. I think that's funny, but maybe that's not a way to get to that. They hoped strawberry the flavor pink. They hoped for strawberry, but were likely just the flavor pink. They wanted to be strawberry. They wanted strawberry. What were most likely just the flavor pink. They wanted to be strawberry, but were most likely just the flavor pink. Something like that. And what are we doing for the... Oh, that's right. Oh, should I have put milk? I guess you wouldn't have seen it because it would be lower than that line. So you wouldn't see it from that angle anyhow. Oops. This new, more open this new comma. Put the comma in the right place. Attitude, outlook. This new, more open attitude was probably a bad choice for Milk. Was it not outlook? What am I trying to say? Like more open to. Let's see if I can find some word that works better. Outlook, more open outlook. Stance. Position, approach. Oh, approach. Yeah. Approach, I think I like better. Oh, it just barely does not quite fit. It was probably a really bad choice for Milk. All right. Approach, persuasion, point of view, way of looking at things, outlook, angle, frame of mind. He's taking a different, more open approach to being Milk. Okay, whatever. All right. They wanted to be strawberry, but we're most likely just the flavor pink. Okay, I think that'll work. Yeah, I was listening to old Mitch, what's his face? Damn it. I'm really bad with, he passed away. Hedberg, that's right. I was listening to old Mitch Hedberg stand-up, and I really wish, I could write jokes that catch you off guard so hard. Like, it's just like, it's a lot like Stephen Wright kind of style stuff, but I wish I could do that better. Or I don't know if that style would quite fit. I've already kind of tried to come up with a voice for this cartoon, but I really admire like how some of those jokes just catch you completely off guard, and are always like stupid, real kind of safe stupid reality jokes, making fun of, or like, what am I trying to say? Yeah, there's just some funny, playful, kind of fantastic concepts and some puns and stuff too, but yeah, I like that. I like how that works. All right. And I think of the delivery too, because both of them have like a very distinct delivery for that kind of humor. All right, so let's do a quick spelling check. Make sure I spelled my name right. And I guess I'll reread these to make sure I didn't screw up any of the... So this new, more open approach was probably a really bad choice for Milk. Yeah, an open approach. Approach would be a choice, right? And they wanted to be strawberry, but were most likely just the flavor pink. All right, I think that works. We'll see. Oh, Outlook, yeah. Unknown girl liked Outlook. They were strawberry, but the kids... Oh, yeah, the kids all wanted bubblegum. I like my flavor. I like the flavor pink. Because I think blue, that was the one flavor, I think before Kool-Aid or whoever did like blue raspberry or whatever the blue flavor was. I was like trying to figure out what blue was supposed to be, because it was never blueberry. It was always just like blue, sweet blue. Like the ice pops and stuff, like, and snow cones. Like if you chose the blue flavor, it's like, yeah, it's just blue. Like a blue Hawaiian. Oh, that's pineapple, isn't it? It's pineapple syrup, isn't it, for like blue Hawaiians? They wanted to be strawberry. Okay, yeah, I think we got it. But yeah, let's do that. Let's do just that. Right. So the making JPEGs and FTP part, I should have like a song or something that plays. Some little jingle, the FTP jingle. All right. DOM. Now you know the code, the prefix for my cartoon, so you can upload your own and overwrite mine. That would be funny if somebody, yeah, like so my FTP account was whatever was compromised, and people were uploading counterfeit cartoons over mine. Like you could easily figure it out from this stream, and then whatever, if you had some suspicion, you could fish Go Comics and get the pretend to be me, get the login, and then write over all of my stuff. Nice. Oh, that would be fun. And me trying to explain why I didn't upload the obscene breakfast cereal cartoon. All right. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, I got to do this whole... Because it doesn't show up on the desktop, does it? Nope. Oh, no, there it is. Yeah, the whole path to these files is long and arduous. Okay. Yeah, I wonder why. That's weird. Yeah, something went off with the settings here. Let's see how this goes. Boom. Okay, yep, they made it. Nice. Uh-oh, we're talking Australian TV. All right. Let me switch over to convenience store. So here we go. This is a weird one. I have no idea how this is going to go. All right. We are here in our favorite Family Mart aisle. Yeah, they just they remodeled one of the Family Marts near my office was remodeled, and they turned everything like it used to be. You would come in, and which made a lot of sense because you would come in and the cashier was right there because people mostly just go in for cigarettes. And then you had to walk all the way through the store to get to the alcohol. But now they totally reoriented the store, so you're not so close to the cash. You have to come in and go. I guess they're trying to get you to go past stuff, like the fried food or whatever. I don't know. It's weird, but it was really weird. And then they did the super bright LEDs and stuff. It was a very weird redesign, but that place was kind of dingy, so maybe that's why they did it, just to give it kind of a refresh. All right, so here we are, talking Family Mart. So today we have Mysterious Fruit Gummies. Oh no, and of course it's keying out. I guess it was more green than I thought. Yeah, it's a little green, not crazy green. It's more of a aqua color. Yeah, that's weird that this line. Oh, the line is keying out a little bit too. Weird, more blue. So there's this weird kind of prickly looking geometric object here, and so we have mystery. It's just mystery fruit, this unknown. So all of the Japanese is basically saying like an unknown, undiscovered, a fruit that's never been known before. And there's a little note on the back of the package from the intrepid explorer or whoever this is named Sakana that he traveled to some crazy land and found this mysterious fruit that they're calling Kiraspika, which is, so you see, I don't know. Well, with this gimmick is really odd. So it's number 0001, Kiraspika, and they're saying Kiraspika is the Roman characters, and it's just this. They give this description. Oh, that's right. I have it. I think I have it on my phone. I'll see if it'll even come up. This weird like fantasy description of this fruit thing. Let me see. I don't know if it's going to come up. Where is it here? No. Oh, I guess I didn't screenshot it. Oh, well. Yeah, so there's this weird, fantastic description of this weird fantasy fruit, where it grows, how big it grows, and all of these, like it's a real thing. And this QR code goes to a website that basically just is a web page layout of all of this information from the packaging. And so I don't know if this is going to be a series or not, but it's weird because this is Conro. So Conro is a very traditional candy maker. Like they have very old-fashioned flavors. I think they've been around for, probably more than 100 years. And they make very traditional Japanese candy. So they're doing this like weird sci-fi unknown mystery fruit gummy is really bizarre. And all of the pieces, I guess, if you took all the pieces in this package, you could probably put them together like this. Or this is what the fruit is supposed to look like. But it's obviously just like a 3D, like a weird 3D model kind of illustration. Oh, there's a password. Oh, interesting. So this is one of those augmented reality traps that I think I've walked myself into. So if you'd like the password, here is the password. All right. And here is the QR code for the website. So I didn't get this far. But maybe, maybe it's not flat enough. So maybe between this website and that password, you will enter a whole bizarre world of augmented reality advertising for fake fruit flavors. But anyhow, I don't know what they're doing. Probably some young hotshot that got hired in the marketing department, said, "You guys are making really boring old candy. Let's try a weird sci-fi." Whatever. So here we go. The Mysterious Fruit Gummy. This is number 0001. So who knows? It's going to be like apple juice flavor, basically. Oh, okay. So it's some kind of fruity flavor. Yeah, I don't know if these are going to key out as well. But I thought they were going to be spikier. They're not quite. Oh, one is like right here. Oh, they're not quite as. I guess so. Well, yeah, they're more like just weird rock shapes. I thought they were going to be perfect little sections of this, because it kind of indicates on the package that one of these pieces is from here, but they're not actually shaped like that. They're probably just going to be lemon, apple, grape flavor. But let's see what the mystery fruit is tasting like. With that typical, like, kind of really soft gummy. With some lemony. Yeah, it's just, those base flavors that they have for everything, like every flavor of something, like whatever, peach juice or whatever. The base is apple juice or white grape juice, and then they just put, flavor on top of it. This is what it tastes like, is all of those base flavors, because you can taste lemon, grape, and apple, like all together. Because it's a little tangy, like a sweet apple, like a lemon head kind of, or a sweet lemon, like a really sweet lemon thing. There's definitely apple and kind of a grapey flavor. Yeah, they're fine. It's just weird. It's not anything like strange, or I thought they would be, because they were calling it Kiraspika, so I was expecting it to have some weird like cola flavor or something, some like weird, spicy, weird flavor. Oh, I guess each piece is a different shape. Yeah, it's not like a mold. They just like cut up chunks of this kind of gummy. Yeah, each piece is kind of a different, like, aquarium rock shape. So they're not, it's just the same molded thing again and again. So should I check all of these for a password? Maybe the number of pieces has some significance. This whole thing is like an augmented reality escape room puzzle. Yeah, They're okay. They're, the typical soft gummy. I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. It's not anything particularly odd. I thought they would do something like make a real sour, strange, spicy, weird flavor, just so you're, confused. Your mouth is really confused. But it's just all those like basic fruit flavors kind of all combined together. I'm seeing the ingredients of it. Yeah, it's just apple juice. Interesting. Okay, well, the mysterious fruit remains a mystery. I don't know what they were trying to do here, but yeah, the password and the website, leads me to believe they're trying to do something silly. Oh, and the note is I risked my life to bring you this. Okay. So there's going to be some weird escape room thing. You're going to find this guy taken hostage by some mysterious fruit gummy creating aliens. So very odd. I don't know what they're trying to do. The snack itself is very mediocre. Oh, there is, and the bag is kind of clear at the bottom here. You can see, so you can actually see what the little gummy fruits will look like through the actual bag. I don't know. I'll keep an eye out and see if this was, if they're going to do a series of these, and it's something. I don't know. So I'll, look online if anyone fell for this. But to put a password, a weird QR code, and this like fake narrative on a gummy snack is pretty funny. So, and maybe, because this kind of snack is like, they probably lure a lot of students. So like junior high school and high school students. So maybe someone will, fall for this and go to see like what this is all about. And we'll see how many kids actually fell for that. But this is, it's odd. It's an older company. So it's funny. The Conroe is older. So it's funny that they try something kind of silly like this. So whip out your smartphone and get that QR code. And then it's K0308. That's a K, right? Yep. Is the password that you need to unlock the mystery of this fruit. That's really odd. And isn't that like a late 90s thing? Like didn't The Matrix or something do that? Where you have like weird hidden websites. Oh boy. But yeah. So very funny. There wasn't anything fun for Valentine's Day coming up. They just had a few famous hotel branded little boxes of, assorted chocolates. And so I don't know if you want to watch me eat a box of assorted chocolates. It's not really that interesting, but so the convenience store, if you need to get quick chocolate for a coworker or something, they have something that looks like you bought it at a department store because it's a little wrap box of assorted chocolates, like maybe 6. And it's a brand from a famous hotel, and it's in a gift bag, which is what I don't have any of those handy, but that's a very Japanese thing. It's like a stiff, nice, usually gold lettered, the name of it, the brand or whatever. You kind of like the bags you would get at a luxury brand if you bought a keychain or something, with a little thread, like a woven string handle. It's like a really nice bag for a weird convenience store thing. So they're trying to, people that didn't stop by a department store and buy something for their friends for Valentine's Day, but needed to give a quick chocolate gift. That's the only thing I saw. It's very weird. So I think the Valentine's gimmick, and I guess the next stream will be after Valentine's Day, but the Valentine's Day gimmick here is breaking down because initially they tried to do traditional Valentine's Day in Japan, and guys just didn't buy chocolate. So they don't really buy flowers, and they don't buy chocolate. So they get the cheapest, like a convenience store, like a cheap grocery store chocolate when that thing first started. Or they first tried to start that holiday. And so they just gave up, because it was the Morozov Chocolate Company in Japan that tried it because they wanted to, boost the chocolate sales. And so then they tried reverse Valentine's Day. So they said, women should buy chocolate for all the men in their lives. So the, husbands, sons, managers, coworkers, whatever. And so there was romantic chocolate, which was a higher quality chocolate for people who are more intimate, and then the friend chocolate, which is smaller, cheaper chocolate. And that was successful. But then women didn't get anything. So they created White Day in March. So White Day was the reverse back to the normal orientation of Valentine's Day, where men were supposed to buy what originally was marshmallow candy, but that wasn't very popular. So basically like white chocolate or kind of white sweets. So White Day is the reciprocating holiday for Valentine's Day, reverse Valentine's Day in Japan. Anyhow, but there was nothing. Yeah, there was nothing good for that holiday. So I ended up with mystery gummies from another planet. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, the whole thing is seems to be breaking down because what happens is these expensive pop-up counters, candy counters appear in the department stores or even like, kind of in other areas of these like famous Tokyo or European brands of chocolate. And it's very expensive and people make big lines to get it because it's, rarely available in this area or, areas outside of its whatever city it's originated in, and women line up and they're all buying it for themselves. So some women, like friend groups, trade chocolate, but women don't buy chocolate for men anymore. Men don't buy chocolate for women. So the whole thing is just like a chocolate celebration. So go buy yourself some expensive chocolate to enjoy Valentine's Day. So the romance is gone. It's all about calories. I don't know. So something weird happened there where, they're kind of losing control of it because dating and everything is dying, and women don't want to spend money on men anymore. So it's very funny. Oh no. Sorry. Oh no, yeah, mysterious gummies. Yeah, I'm actually not feeling any bizarre effects. So these weren't laced with Molly or anything. So yeah, luckily these aren't the or what is it? TCBY? I can't think of what's the the chemical in marijuana. They weren't laced with anything cannabinoid or otherwise. So yeah, I'm feeling fine so far. I haven't hallucinated, so I don't think these were those kind of gummies. But yeah, it's funny. A lot of the holiday tradition stuff is kind of falling apart because Christmas Eve used to be the take your girlfriend out to a nice dinner, and it's often the proposal. It's often the day you propose on. That's dying. Like restaurants aren't seeing, they're not getting booked up that night now anymore. So yeah, the whole day, THC, thank you, man. TCBY, something like that. But yeah, so it's weird, all the stuff, and nobody's sending the New Year's cards anymore. They're just like sending some like, little animated GIF or something in their chat groups. Yeah, so it's all falling down around us. But yeah, so we got some cartoons done. We ate some mysterious gummies. I'm not feeling any ill effects, so I think we're okay. But yeah, I'll do an emergency update if I have to be hospitalized after emergency gummies. Emergency gummies. Mysterious gummies. Weird. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's so weird. I keep hearing people talking about that, edibles, now that marijuana is super legal in a lot of places in the US. There's a lot of edibles and stuff. People are doing gummies and, cookies and brownies and stuff. But it's so, they don't use good methods. They basically just, stir in an ingredient, and that doesn't mean that it's evenly dispersed. So if you make a brownie, like a THC brownie or gummies or whatever, you don't know quite what the dose is because you're just kind of making it like you just make homemade food. You don't know how many chocolate chips are going to be in every cookie. And so people are getting really unreliable dosing of that. And I guess edibles take so much longer to leave your system, different than, consuming it any other way. So if you get too high, you are too high for a really, really long time. You're just uncomfortably high for a long time. And so yeah, it seems like the edibles thing, that was really, I remember just hearing nonstop, people talking about gummies and cookies, and people were just bringing things everywhere. And now it's maybe getting less popular because people have had too many bad experiences. There's just no way to know how you're dosing yourself. Matt can neither confirm nor deny. Yeah, you're telling me that before our Blade Runner sessions, you don't eat an entire pan of marijuana brownies just to make it more fun. Yeah, that's the thing that it seems like so. I wonder if any Japanese, if they've done foreign, like if they've studied at foreign universities or had friends or visited abroad, if they've had an experience of that and now have the lack of that, but just getting really stoned and going to see a movie, like that's a thing like doesn't exist here that, you can't do. And I think that makes bad movies much better. I think I would love everything that I saw if I was more high when I went to see them, but that's over. Like that's a thing. And I'm not going to have the chance to do that. Very often at all. Yeah, that's really funny because I remember that's just a thing. It's like, you want to go see a movie or you want to go see a movie high. So you just see a garbage movie. You go see Mothman Prophecies or whatever. That's really funny. But those days are over. Yeah. But I remember that, that being, I forget, there was, it just makes things much more enjoyable. But I forget a couple of specifically going to see really stupid movies, in an altered state. Matt cannot confirm nor deny. My lawyer has advised me. It's funny. All right, so I think that's going to wrap it up for this week. Yeah, so I'm getting these cartoons done in a pretty snappy manner. So the streams haven't been very long, sorry, and they start a little bit late. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It's always fun. And Matt, I'll message you, but I can ask you live. Chris's wife has COVID, so if you're available, and it's okay if you're not, if we're just not up to it or not up for it, but if you're available for the weekly tomorrow. Let's do it. And there's a new Kokoro no Me EP just released. So I'll put a new promotion video on the weekly. So tune in for that. Tune in for When I Stop Talking, and you can hear a new song by the band that we use for the opening. But cool. Yeah. So if you're around, Matt, I'll hit you up and I'll message you later. But yeah, that's too bad. Chris has had just a run of miserable luck with all the garbage scheduling from work and stuff, and now and I don't know what they're gonna do because Chris should probably quarantine, but she's like, they're relying heavily on her to do fill in and scheduling and stuff, so who knows. We may witness the collapse of an entire company. Yeah, I hope it doesn't run through the whole family. That sucks. But yes, so I'll see you tomorrow, Matt, on online on Discord, if you're available. So tune in for that. So that's Upturned Table on YouTube, and I think there's a link in the description, and you can watch Matt and I talk about too many skirmish games. That's the thing. There are a lot of skirmish games now. And there's even more coming out. So we'll talk a little bit about that. All right. So, thank you for watching. And thank you for everybody supporting Unknown Girl. Thank you for being on the Patreon. And John, thank you as well if you're listening. And I appreciate the support. Patreon.com/Upturned. I'm kidding. I'm all confused. What channel am I on? Patreon.com/Abusecartoons. If you like to support what's going on here. And abusecartoons.com is the website, and the archive of all 20 years of this cartoon is gocomics.com/domestic abuse. So thank you for joining me, and hope I can get this right. Yes. Oh. Oh, yes. Upturntable.com is the website. Yes, yes, yes. There is a link. Oh, there isn't. There isn't. Let me see here. Let me put that in there. So, yeah, everyone, have a good evening. It's earlier evening for some of us than others. But let me see if I can. Oh, it's just at Upturned Table. That's right. I named it. So let me put that in the description if it's not there. So just YouTube's at. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I'll put that in the description before we go. Is that in here? Oh, yes, I'm still linking to the Mutant Chronicles. Nice. So, YouTube. All right. And all right, there'll be a typo probably, so no one will get there. Turned table. There we go. All right, I'll put that in there in the description. And yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. And yeah, we'll do this again soon. So yeah, thanks, Matt and Unknown Girl. See you guys again soon. What's going on here? Trying to scroll down. Cool. All right. So good night, everyone. And thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.